Hello and welcome back once again to the Cocked Dice, the channel where I paint stuff and Charlie comes with the excuses why he's done nothing this week again. This week it's a real eclectic mix, and I have to say this isn't all of it. There was an extra bit which I'll show you some pictures of later, but it needed to be posted to its owner, so I didn't get a chance to record it for this video. I should have probably recorded some footage, but I just snapped some pics instead. It's a real mix once again this week, with a couple of certain themes. Let's break this down and I'll kind of walk you through what we've been doing, or what I've been doing. I'll tackle the kind of outside miniature first. This is a Bloodraven Smash Captain, converted up from a Phobos armoured captain, possibly lieutenant, I can't remember. Came from Shadow Spear. I like the pose. He just seemed to scream for having a Storm Shield and a Thunderhammer. I haven't got a Smash Captain for my Bloodraven Force, so I thought I'd build one up. I'm really thrilled I did this just in time for the 9th edition announcement over the weekend, and the fact that it looks like Melee may be coming back to 40k for 9th ed. So he's going to be perfectly timed to go along with some nice new Assault Intercessors. I have also recorded a tutorial video for this guy, just show you how I built him and what parts I used. It's only a little one, about 10 minutes or so. I'll be trying to get that up later this week. Next we have a somewhat eclectic mix of miniatures for Pulp Gaming. I'll tackle the one at the end first of all. This awesome bear. I think he looks awesome. He's growling, screaming, roaring, being rather deadly. My wife thinks he looks like he's singing. So the Singing Bear, as he's now going to be known. I got it from Thingiverse. I thought it was a really cool model. I have absolutely no... Oh, come on, focusing. There we go. I have absolutely no reason to use him. I did not need it for any scenarios, but I just thought it was cool, and so I printed it and painted it up. I had loads of fun doing all the washes for the fur. I might need to give him a slightly another coat of matte coat because it's still a little shiny, but I'll get him out of the way. Next up we'll tackle this monstrosity. Again, another model I just fancy painting. I'm going to have to re-edge his base as well. It's come through a little bit. Do that later. See, every week, there's a mistake every week with my painting. It's a Shoggoth. There's a number of kind of Cthulhu-esque missions for Perilous Tales. And so I needed some sort of blobby, mouthy eye thing. Again, it's a 3D print based up on a 65mm light model space, apparently, because I had one. Kind of shows you how big this fella is. It's really simply, it's essential contrast paints for the Gulliman flesh and Fireslayer flesh for the most part. Quick Kislev flesh highlight on that, and then loads and loads and loads of washes of Carroburg Crimson, Purple Drucci Violet, Null Oil, all sorts, and then a teeth just picked out in kind of bony coloured, and some horrible yellow eyes all looking in different directions. Quite chuffed with that guy, he's come out quite nicely. There we go. Pair of werewolves. There is a Wolfman scenario which requires a pair of werewolves and 3 wolves, I believe it is, which you will have seen a couple of weeks ago. Again, these guys were fairly simply painted. Kind of went with a brownish body, and then just layered them up with some washes to tone them down, do the transitions down the arms here. And if you look, I'll just turn this guy around. You can kind of see this transition from the kind of lighter brown at the top through the browns into black for his feet. You spin him around, you can see the same sort of thing. So I've transitioned it kind of black into the back, and his tail's a little darker at the end. It doesn't really come out very well that as well, but the hands came out quite nicely. Again, these are 3D prints. They're really nice models. I found them on Thingiverse for note. So it's just a few hours printing some resin for me. It's pretty good. And then his co-conspirator, female werewolf, did her brown. Went with, again, you can kind of see the transition to go down to the black. Oh. black at the bottom of the tail. If I just tap with that there we go. That's about all to be said about those. So we'll get them out of the way. As I was painting a load of sci-fi pulp figures the other week, I realised I haven't really got that much kind of cheesy alien terrain. I've got some kind of spaceship interior bits and kind of gangways and stuff I use for 40k and Necromunda and things like that. Haven't really got any weird alien planets. I have got loads of jungle terrain and other stuff like that. So again, I found some 3D models on Thingiverse, print them out and just base them up to kind of match the rest of my jungle terrain I've already got built. So I can do some sort of weird alien jungle. I'm just going to grab this one and get it to focus on it. There we go. So it's just 3D prints, some cork, lots of static grass and stuff. These were literally finished half an hour ago. They're very, very quick. They're meant just for generic gaming terrain, so I've not put a huge amount of effort into them. Just thrown some washes and some airbrushing over them and a lot of dry brushing. But they're done. Quite chuffed with that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more pieces, 8 extra pieces of terrain. So that's it's a good number, and it will certainly fill out my kind of normal jungle terrain on a 2x2 board. And finally this week I will slideshow a couple of pictures of the Dungeon Doggies. These are from Steamforged Games. My brother-in-law sent them over to me about a month ago and asked if I'd paint them up. I have to say, I detested painting these. Normally I don't mind doing animals. I quite enjoy painting animals. However, because of all the equipment, the armour, the extra stuff on them, they were just slow and awkward, and I couldn't really get some of the transitions I like doing on kind of animals on these. So yeah, glad to see the back of them. They went in the post the other day, and so if he's watching this video, here's a sneak peek of what are you getting, Al? And that's it. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here on Cocked Dice. Please like this video, have a comment below if you like, subscribe to the channel and click the notifications icon and you will get all the latest updates, and we will see you next week. Good night.